Welcome to my van down by the river. Sit back here on the couch, you know, got my arrangements very nicely. Yeah, so my name's Daniel Freeman. Sorry I didn't really introduce myself. I have been working for 5 years for an oil field service company in West Texas. I was fortunate enough to have company housing out there, and so, you know, really embracing the van life. I'm kidding. But let me show you. So I'm actually going to be helping renovate this little log home. It's really nice, 302 bath. I'll get to work on the cars. I'm really excited about, you know, being here to do that. The more you put into something, the more you get out of it, I think. And so whenever we get this completed in the near future, I'll be moving in here. Just excited to get on with being closer to the Houston office and expanding my career with that. So, like I said, a lot of renovation. Well, anyway. So, like, you know, a lot of work, but it's a great freaking deal. I'm only gonna have to pay for the electric bill. So, yeah, probably won't be ready for the honeymoon, but I'm kidding. It should be done fairly soon. So I'm looking forward to that. 1930 Studebaker Presidente, right here on your steering wheel. That is your first air conditioner. And the coolest part about it actually is the faster you go, the slower it'll spin because it's a vacuum hose. Make sure I look good. Tell me that I gotta know that I'm looking okay.
What's this for? Radar detector, you know.
Thank you for keeping Starbucks. What can I get started for you today?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like a grande vanilla bean frappuccino, an extra scoop of vanilla bean powder. My biggest things are like I really love cars, I love traveling, I do enjoy my job. And I do think it would be nice, you know, to settle down and find somebody. And speaking of, I actually think that I should be next in line here because the last one I went to caught this bad boy. So that should have me right in line, and maybe with, you know, this audition here, we can work something out, if you know what I mean. So this is where I have spent since I moved back from West Texas. This is on a little upstairs apartment that I've stayed at for just a few months now. This is Slobby, the sloth. This was literally just me like up at 2 in the morning, probably drunk, I don't know. Decided I wanted an 8-foot sloth, ordered him, and then I didn't even realize what was coming in the mail. And this huge box arrives, and I'm like, oh yeah. So there's Slobby. Okay, no. Wouldn't it be nice if I was on The Bachelorette? This was actually a painting that my aunt painted me whenever I was 12. I think if I was going to properly answer the question, beach or mountains, I think I would choose mountains. But maybe you could say that somewhere back in here there was a lake, because that's what I like. I haven't done a lot of dating, honestly. I really haven't found anybody, you know, like that I feel like shares the same goals that I have right now. All of these are so good, but probably my favorite one was from in the Virgin Islands. We were riding mopeds back. I was like just going up the hill to the villa, and then I stupidly was like looking at the moon, you know, just like, oh wow, like beautiful. And all of a sudden I find myself drifting off this way away from where I was looking. End up crashing because I was looking away, and the road changed and I went off in the ditch, fall over, skid on my elbow. You can definitely bet I wasn't picking any dates up on that trip after that happened. But like many people, I like to collect shot glasses from places that I've been to. So on this trip to Sweden, it actually encompassed Denmark and London. I just had my Tinder on, you know, and I had been swiping off and on. I'm a single guy, you know, out in a foreign country. And ended up matching with this girl from Denmark. And she was so beautiful and so awesome that I decided to take a last-minute flight right before I go to London to go and meet her. And so I literally spent one night in Copenhagen, stayed all night on a park bench talking, ended up falling asleep while the sun was rising. Then I almost missed my flight. I'm actually still friends with Isabel today. You know, we're just friends. But I can't believe that I literally carried a girl up a hill in Sweden, up to a castle, and it didn't work out. I feel like I have met a lot of great people, and I have actually made some great friends from those kind of things, but I just really haven't found anybody who I've like shared those types of similar goals with. And so I think that, you know, with this opportunity that I have with, you know, auditioning here for The Bachelorette and everything, I really I think it's a very unique opportunity to meet somebody, and you know, people that you would have never necessarily met, you know, just because of distance or however it may be. So this is Bob's Garage. This is where I like to spend a lot of my time. I really like just getting to kind of cut loose from work and just hang out and, you know, actually get a little dirty and, you know, do some stuff like that. He's got some amazing pieces. Like this is a 1963 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. You have a tray here for your eating, but what's missing from this tray, as you may know, is a can of Grey Poupon, which we did have, but we dropped it. So that's probably my favorite car here. Haven't actually gotten to do a lot of work on this one specifically. This was Mrs. Folger's personal chauffeur car, okay, for Folger's Coffee. So Bob has it. It is the most quiet running straight 8 you'll ever hear. I mean, literally, you'll be at a stop sign or whatever riding in it, and you'll think it died because it's so quiet, you know. See that? Folger's Coffee runs deep. So this is my horse Cowboy. He's our 20-year veteran so far. Doing pretty good for his age. So, you know, we would kind of go back and forth between going to horse shows and going to ball games, and I wasn't as much into contact sports, but I did do cross country and like bowling, and I really did enjoy that. And also am very appreciative, even though my parents are now divorced, I am very thankful that, you know, they still raised me in a godly manner, and that you know, we were able to still feel like they got along. Just a good way to grow up, you know, and being out in the country. I think it's a good place to raise a family. Not too far from the city, but, you know, you still have that ability to kind of get her done, you know. And this is our dog Jana. She came named because who would name their dog Jana? Good girl, though. She's a good girl.